Good afternoon, welcome. This isn't a project video, but I figured it might be interesting. Now, I have been told not to do what I'm going to do by lots of people, but we're going to do it anyway, obviously, because that's what we want to do. So what we're going to do, we're going to try to put some windows in the shed roof. I've been furloughed for kin ages now. We're off work. No end in sight for us at the moment. So, yeah, I've been spending my time wisely. It's been my 50th birthday, and my wife, as a 50th birthday present, gave me the go-ahead to build a shed in the garden. And I'm just on the roof in a minute. Now, I was going to do the whole thing as a project, and I thought, nah, stop that. There's a lot of people who actually know what they're doing, making sheds on YouTube, and yeah, it's probably best not to watch me, but I'm very proud of what I've done. Let me show you how far we got with it, and then we'll talk about what this little video is about. Okay, hold on 1 second. Yeah, well, look at that. I thought we'd better have a look at the bike because we haven't seen it for a while, have we? Let's go and have a look at the shed, though. Let's go and have a look at the shed. So, what's it all about? Well, the idea of this is to clear some of the space, or clear some of the mess out of the garage, so we've got a bit of space to do some work. So I've managed to get around, well, it's about 9 foot wide and it's just over 15.5 foot long or so, and as I say, we're just onto the roof at the minute, and I'm just putting some rafters in. Okay, as you can see, there's mess everywhere, as you would expect, and there's an awful lot of mess here. But yeah, it's great. It's a good size. It's a good size, and it actually, because I'm a cherry tree, it kind of hides it a little bit, doesn't it? So it doesn't actually look too bad. Yeah. Oh, well, someone's just turned up. Hold on a minute. I'll be back. Eve wants to be in this video. Right. Yeah. So what this video is about then is the shed. So the shed is the windows in the shed are facing west. Hold on. No, north. Are facing north, and the sun goes over the back of the shed, very high in the sky, but goes over the back of the shed. So I'm not going to get a lot of lighting through the windows that I'm going to put into it, or try to put into it. Which we might make a video out of this as well, actually, because this could be a little bit interesting. We're actually using or I'm going to try to make the windows out of these, because I want sort of double glazed units, because I'm going to clad it out just to keep the noise in. That's the idea of that. So I wanted double glazed units, and I wanted sort of more square windows than you normally get in a house. So these are, oh Christ, what are they called? Sash. These are sash windows, and I'm going to put them on their side. Which means, from a water drainage point of view, I'm going to have to figure out water drainage out of the bottom of the frames and all of that kind of stuff. So maybe we'll put a video on to see if that works. It might not work, but we'll see. We'll see. But that's not what this is. What we're going to do then, we're going to put a couple of windows in the roof. And I've blown budget already on the shed, so I can't afford to buy any veluxes for the roof, but my mate's given me this, and my plan then is to cut this up and to put the two outer, because it's too heavy to go in as a unit, but I'm going to use the two outer glasses, or the two outer windows, and try and sink them into the roof. Now, I've been told not to do this, or to be very careful with this, because there's a good chance it will leak when you do this kind of stuff, but hey, let's give it a go. It might not rain anymore anyway, so we'll try it, and I reckon we might be able to get away with this. So what we're going to do, we're going to cut this up. I'm just putting the rafters in the shed, so I need to cut this now so I get a good size, so I know exactly where to put my rafters in. Okay, so let's get on with it. Let's try it and see how it works. Hold on one moment. Right then, so originally what I was going to do, I was just going to take the windows out and just sink them into the, oh cat, God's sakes. Yeah, I was just going to take the windows out and sink them in, because what we're going to do with the felt, we've got the, I bought some melt on felt, so you heat it up and stick it down to the roof. And my mate reckons he'll be able to stick it to the plastic of the window without setting fire to the window or the shed. So well, let's hope for the best with that one, eh? However, what I reckon I'm going to do instead is I'm going to use the frame, and then I'll have windows that will actually open. Now, the intention isn't really to have opening windows, but you may as well do if you're going to try it anyway, aren't you? So I've got quite a shallow pitch, so if it rains I will end up with water sitting here, but that's not a problem, is it? Yeah, I think it'll work. Probably won't, but who knows, we'll try. So what we're going to do anyway, so we're going to cut the frame. Now I figure that this glass probably goes in about that far, I'm guessing, I don't know. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut the frame down on this line here, okay, first of all, and then sort of separate this from the rest of it. And we're going to use both of the outlets, so we do the same thing on both of them. So I reckon probably saw, grinder, let's go grinder. Okay, and we'll cut that down there. Yeah, what can go wrong? A big melted mess, I'd imagine. Let's find the grinder. Okay, look, so you can see the glass comes up to there. I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but I've cut all of the way down, apart from a tiny little bit on the other side that you can see that I've missed. However, at the top here, there's something that's going across the middle, which I'm going to have to cut out. So I could either get the big grinder out or just try it with a little hacksaw. We'll try a little hacksaw first because it'll be a bit easier, won't it? Okay, let's find a hacksaw. And it's not too heavy actually, to be fair, so that's good. Fun window. Right. What we're going to do then, let's have a look at this. Right, okay, so this then is going to be the outside. So this will be our face that we're going to melt the felt onto, and that's where we're going to really need to get the seal, is between the felt and this. But we'll worry about that when we get to it. So what we need then is an edge. So this is going to slot down into, I'm going to have the rafters tight up against it, and then obviously the boards on top that I'll cut next to the rafters. Well, I'll show you this when we do it on the thing. But what we need is, yeah, come here. What we need is a lip, is an outside lip to sit on the roof. So if you look at the side here, can you have a look at this? This is flat here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut off these ridges apart from the outside ridge. Okay, so then we'll have a lip that will sit down onto our roof. Okay, so the next job is to get rid of these 3 lips all the way around. Now where we cut it, yeah, to be fair, we've got the same deal here anyway, where we cut it down. So I'll get rid of all of this and just leave that outside lip. What I'll do, I'll probably straighten that out a little bit as well. And no, I don't suppose it matter actually. No, I won't bother. But yeah, okay, so that's what we're going to do now. Thank you very much. Okay then, so just getting rid of this, getting rid of these little bits of plastic here. First thing I'm going to try it with a paddle wheel on the grinder. Now this might not work because it might just make a completely sticky mess, but I think it will be the fastest way to do it. So let's just try this first. Can you see that? Let's have a look. You can see that's just taken that straight off. Can you see? Oh, it's all bloody white, isn't it? It's hard to see. Oh, there you go. There you can see. Yeah, so that just whizzes it straight off. So I'll fire around the outside. I won't video all of this because you'll get dead bored. But what I'm going to do, go all around the edge and just bring it all back to level again and just get rid of these ridges. Okay, I'll come back to you in a second. Okay, right, we did it. I reckon, you know what, I reckon that's probably taken an hour and a half, maybe hour, since the window was in one piece to get it to this point, which is fantastic. So let's have a look and see what we've done then. So I've gone around all around the edge and ground off all of the there's loads of gunk on it. Ground off all of the extra ridges, apart from then the one on the outside edge. Then, and I reckon that's given me, what's that, 5mm? Probably given me 5mm lip all of the way around this window, which is fantastic. Which is more than enough. So now then, where we've ground the ridges off, the ridges would have been given the plastic its strength for the frame, but that doesn't matter really, as long as I can get this dead flat and tight in between the joists on the roof, then I think it will be supported well enough. I think it should be anyway. So what I'm going to do then, I'm going to clean up these windows. Get rid of all of the silicone that's been on there from where they've been fitted before. I've done them both, and then I've got to go and fit the joists up on the roof. So what I'm going to do is, where's my tape measure? Oh, I don't know where my tape measure is. I'm going to measure this across them from there to there, and make sure my joists are exactly that far apart. I might give myself. I'll give myself a millimetre or so to play with. Yeah, good.
Yes, go on.
Is it going?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So what we've done then, what I've done is I've put the rafters and the joists exactly the right distance apart, so the windows are now sitting in on the lip. Come and have a look. And they sit there really... No, have a look at the window, not me.
Oh, I looked in the sun.
Don't look at the sun. Oh, can you see anything in the sun?
Yeah, I think so.
So you can see that they're sitting in there really nice and snug, and I've put in the lower support as well. Although I haven't tightened it up yet. I'm not going to tighten it up until we finally fit these, and then we need to fit a top support as well, but I'm going to do that when the windows are actually mounted. That's our plan then, okay? So really we've gone as far as we can go with these at the minute, until we get the roof boards. Okay, so as I was saying, we've gone as far as we can go and until we get the roof boards. So when my mate's got a load of old roofing sheet that he's going to let me have, which he reckons will do the job. Fantastic. So when they turn up, we can carry on and you can see how we try and get these things to seal. Okay. The really good news is, I didn't know that they would, but I've tightened up the sliders a bit and they actually support their own weight when they're open. So they will be able to open, okay? Okay. Fantastic. So that's about as far as we can go in a minute, isn't it? So what we'll do, I might post this video so you can see, but if you want to see how we actually try and make them seal, or try and seal them, you'll have to wait until the roof boards turn up and I'll make another video. Okie doke. See you soon. Bye bye.